I'm happy flying through the clouds. I'm a person. Curly hair, blonde, brown, light brown, female. And I'm going fast without wings.
What else do you become aware of?
The clouds are starting to be less thick and fluffy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting to the ocean. And I want to go to the mountain again. There is a big cave inside of the cliff. Nobody
Mm-hmm.
can get there without flying.
Tell me about this place.
I've been there before in a dream,
Good.
but I don't know if it was a dream or a TV show.
That doesn't matter. You can think about it later. Tell me about this place. What's happening there? What do you feel being there?
There is a light, a bright light. It was dark, but now it's bright. And I get in and I'm walking towards inside.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going straight for that crystal.
Tell me about it.
It's a bright, shiny crystal that is sparkling and throwing a lot of light
Mm-hmm.
everywhere.
Good. How do you feel looking at it?
Happy, like if he called me that I needed to come to him.
Mm. What information starts to come through?
That I need to touch it,
Good.
to
Which
know
hand
it.
are you using? Right, left, both, or something
First
else?
right and then left. And then I grab it and it
Mm-hmm.
shines.
Any temperature to it? Any sensation when you connect with the
No,
energy?
there is no that heat or nothing, but there is a lot of colors coming out of it. Flames, like blue, light blue, and purple, light purple, and white, and yellow.
Good.
And they're dancing around the crystal.
Beautiful. What happens
And
next?
then he's telling me to look inside of the Greek crystal.
Mm-hmm.
And I see it, and then I see the same way that the flames are dancing. Rotating is the same way there is a galaxy inside of it,
Mm-hmm.
crystal.
Tell me about this galaxy.
It is rotating, and it's rotating counterclock.
How does it make you
And
feel looking at it? What do you become aware of?
like I'm in awe, like happy that he's creating.
Mm-hmm.
It's a new one that is being formed. And everything around is happy that is being born.
So you're witnessing
It's
the
a
birth.
special galaxy.
Do you get a name?
Madra,
Mm-hmm. Very good. What else comes through?
everybody's happy that it's coming because it's going to be a special galaxy, like a new adventure.
Mm-hmm. What do you become aware of next?
Like if we all want to go there
Mm-hmm. Continue.
and can't wait to go in. It's going to be fun.
What happens next?
Everybody's waiting to be done. And there is now like a sun inside of it
Tell me about
with
it.
flames that is moving back and forth inside of the galaxy, like making it to grow and to like forming it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's a white light that is around it, making it shine. And more people are knowing that it's coming and they get closer. But I don't see them. I just know they're coming like beings
Uh-huh. Do you
that you
feel them
can
or is it an inner knowing?
knowing. It's like a knowing. I don't
Good.
see them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing these from outside
Uh-huh.
the crystal, but I'm inside of the crystal.
Good. What happens next?
I see angels coming around it
Good.
and flying around it.
Describe them.
They have wings and they're flying around it clockwise, getting inside of the arms and getting in the galaxy. And they are like disappearing. Like I can see them, but then they are not material no more. Like if they turn into invisible
Mm-hmm.
and they go into the whole thing, like if they land on it, their essence.
Uh-huh. And what happens as they anchor in that essence?
The sun that is in the middle, it turns purple and bluish and is happy. Everybody's happy to be part of it.
It's something
And
new.
then everybody wants to be part of it. Everybody wants to put their part of it on it. Kind of like if it was a new garden house, greenhouse,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody wants to bring a piece of their place to live there.
Okay. And what about you?
I'm just observing.
Mm-hmm. What happens next?
Well, the time passes and the galaxies form, and it has a lot of planets, and it shines, and it's a jewel in the universe. And everybody loves it and cherishes it, and everybody wants to go there. And everybody that goes in and comes back, they are happy, and everybody wants to go in, and everybody's waiting a chance to go. But then something happened and it turned black, gray, and stopped moving. And then everybody got scared. Not scared, well, surprised. They cannot believe what happened. It was like if it was so beautiful and everybody wanted to go there, that somebody wanted to go there, but by being there, they made it bad.
Mm-hmm.
But they were not happy that they made it bad either because they wanted to be nice.
So they went there expecting a different result.
I guess that, like either energy, when it touched it, it froze the place. Upset that that happened when they got there. Didn't want to do it, but they couldn't get out anymore. They got stuck in there.
Tell me about them. Can you see them?
Yeah, it's kind of like the people that we don't like on Earth, like the archons,
Tell me again.
like the archons,
Uh-huh. And what do they look like? What do they feel like?
black, like I don't know. It's just like a different kind of being.
Mm-hmm. Are they physical or non-physical?
They are more like cloud or like a mist that they could turn like in shapes, but it's more
Mm-hmm.
like a vapor, like a mist, like a smoke.
Okay.
But they wanted to come here to have fun too.
So
But
they
they
didn't
were
mean
so
to cause
sad.
this trouble. Uh-huh.
But they were sad because they didn't want it to happen what happened because they couldn't have fun and but they were stuck. But they don't know
What?
how to get out of there.
Mm-hmm. What happens next?
You know, I guess yeah, they're stuck for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But then a big light comes because it's Source. But it, it's just kind of no big deal. I got it.
What does it do?
He said, we just turn it into light again. And everybody says, but how? But no, but he can do anything. He did everything. He can turn everything.
Mm-hmm.
But then he says that part of it was so that we all had the adventure of turning something that were bad into something that went good. What kind of story would be if everything is just okay?
Mm-hmm.
So we wanted to have fun and think it was fun. And then basically he's saying that we can all turn it back to normal where we all are together with our intention. We can just turn it But for that, we have to get together to do it.
Does he show how?
Yes, he said that we all have light, and when you touch them, that turns into light. But we don't touch them because we're afraid of them.
So the light transmutes them?
Yep.
Do they want to return to light?
They don't know. They would. They just never had the chance before because they were. It's like you ask the frog not to be a frog. Nobody asked a frog not to be a frog, to be a prince. Only in the, only in the fairy tale. But have you ever asked your cat to be a lion or your dog to be a bird? No, nobody asked them to do that.
What happens next? What do you see or sense? What does he show you?
So the only way this can be solved is if we just follow the clues of love and what love does. Love hopes for the best. And then God, love always gives a chance,
Mm-hmm.
always hopes, and it never gives up. And he always looks for the good. So if you ask them, they want to do it if they don't are stuck because they want to be free too. They don't want to have to be depending on us to be here, but they don't know other way. But the other way is to show them the light by touching them with the light, by giving them light.
And how do you see that happening?
When people stop judging them for because they are who they are. Okay, so if they come here and they wanted to come here to have fun and they were invited to give duality to our galaxy, and then we say, and they came more than they were invited because they were so excited and they got trapped, they don't mean to hurt you, but they hurt you because that's what they are. But they didn't know until they were here. It's like if you go and explore a place, but you don't know until you're there what place is that.
Mm-hmm. So it's almost like
You
they
go,
fell into a bit of a trap.
yes, you go on an adventure, and then you don't know what's gonna be there behind the door until you go peek, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you don't know how a party is gonna go unless that you go. Everybody wanted to come here, and everybody was needed here because we needed a little piece of everybody. The thing is that when they came, and they came with what they are, ambitious and negative and without feelings and all that stuff, they didn't know that it was going to contaminate like a virus. I mean, if you have a cake and you follow a recipe, you know what you're going to get. But when you're doing something new, sometimes you have to go with the flow and try to fix it as it goes. And that's what we're doing now.
Tell me
Like
more
if you
about
go,
that process.
yes, like when you go, he's showing me that if you go camping, I mean, or for a hike, and you want to go on an adventure, and then if it rains and it gets muddy, it's part of the adventure. You didn't want it, you want it sunny, but it happened,
Mm-hmm.
You just do the best that you can. And even in the worst of scenarios that you fall or that you break a leg, there is also a way to get out of it if you look for it, if you have hope, if you have love, if you don't give up. So we all have to always to have the hope and the love to know that we all are in this together and that we all are the solution for each piece.
Mm-hmm.
So to get together is just to have faith and to have love. And no matter what it comes, just to know that it's going to be better every time because we have the power inside of us. So we
What
just
else
need
does
to
he show
shine it.
you?
Just shine it out. Like what I do when I'm afraid, just don't even go there. Put my attention in what I want and not what I don't want. And then they, we don't know, I guess that some people do, and they're doing it. But at this point of consciousness, we just think that they are attacking us, but we don't know that we have what they need without destroying us. They just want our light because our light is beautiful, but they want to have that light, and they can have that light if we give them that light. But many times we don't give them the light because we're so afraid of them.
What is the way to share light without giving away your light?
When you don't judge somebody for their appearances or for what they do. You are not we don't judge snake because it was made to bite. It's just a snake. You don't want it to bite you, you just stay away from her. You don't judge a bear to be bad because it's a bear. A bear is gonna attack you if you provoke him or if he's hungry, but not because it's not, I don't know, it seems like it. Instead of running away, turn around in our feet and be strong and courageous and say, okay, here I am. I am love. That's what I am. I am light. That's what I am. I'm here and I'm just experiencing in different avatars and bodies. But you are also made and part of the creator, where everything comes from. So this illusion will go away when we all face it in a collectiveness. Now, you say, but how can we do it if we don't see it? Well, the more we see it, the more people will, the more you light the candle, the more people gets close to the candle, and the more people will start waking up. So it's going to happen. And then this adventure is going to go to another adventure. So as intense as it is right now, I guess that just enjoy the roller coaster because that's what you came for.
So does it seem like this was planned? He knew they would come for the fun, that we would get something from having them here.
Yes. It's just games, I guess.
What else does he show you?
That it doesn't end. It's like if you go to a movie and then you're done with that and you're done with that one, but you want more. You want to keep on doing another one. You eat today a meal, right? And tomorrow, if you might want to have something different, but because you want it. You might not need it, but you just want to experience it.
And what happens to all these beings having all these experiences? What do they get out of it?
I guess that when they get tired of it, when they're ready for it, they're ready for it. And I think that is getting ready to it now because they've been here for a long time and we have been here for a long time and people are starting to get bored of it. And they too. And because a lot of people are getting bored, more light is coming and they cannot be in that light unless that they transmute it and be the light. So either they're going to disappear or they're going to be transferred to the light. And then when all this is done, then we're going to go into another adventure. But all the adventures are going to have the ups and the downs. Otherwise, it wouldn't be adventures. It would be the monotony, routine, boredom. And there could be a lot of boredom in just being happy and nothing happens.
So we need this dark and this light to balance things out, to show us, to make us
to
grateful.
Keep on moving. Yes, to be grateful and to keep on moving.
What do we get from all this movement? What is the purpose of it?
It's a whole richness of experiences and taste and flavors and textures and everything. You get a lot by coming here. That's why we're gonna come here. Because over there, everything is so cool. Everything is perfect. That you don't need anything and you get bored. And that's why the crystal is showing me that everybody was excited when this little star was formed. Because in this form, this galaxy came, Matra, drama. The name was drama. Like a dramatic, like a play. We came to the play. And maybe that is making more sense now when they talk about that. When we're above, we just say, I want to play this role now. And I want to have fun. And when I'm down there, I'm going to say, I don't want to be this. How can I do it? But it was just a game. But here it feels long. So that's why we don't like it when we're here. But it is kind of like the same thing that how many people you see going in the roller coaster and they go, oh, so they are yelling and they feel they're gonna die, and it goes really fast. And then when they get out of there, they run to get in line again.
They want to be in the front this time. Yeah.
So that's the drama of life. That's why they made this beautiful, awesome galaxy full of highs and lows, so that people outside that were bored could come on vacation. Some people say that this got out of hand, but it's never been out of hand. And with all this stuff, it was just making it to be more intense, the adventure. And the ones that we are here is because we wanted more intensity. It's kind of like if you are going to go to a white river raft and they tell you that it's going to be intense and you are kind of like, should I go or no?
Mm-hmm.
You decide to go because you say, what the heck, I never get on it and I'm never going to do it again. I'm going to go. And when you go in, sometimes you think you're going to make it, that you bargain more you ask more for of what you really wanted, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you make it to the other side, you had a rush, adrenaline rush, and you feel so full of it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But all is cool, all is fun. The thing is that we need to just realize that when you're ready to create your own, you just create it and you get out of it. When you're really, really tired of something, is when it shifts, it changes because then you had enough of it. But most many times we say, oh, I had enough of it way long ago and it's still here, you know? But the thing is that it takes patience and just do it. And not to put your attention or focus the attention on the bad, but you always can find good in any
Mm-hmm.
situation. And the moment that you put your attention on the good, the other stuff start disappearing. It takes longer because you keep on looking at it.
What does he show you next?
It's showing me the faces of everybody getting out of Earth,
Tell
the
me about
faces
those
of
faces.
everybody getting out of, that they all look happy and content when they get out. I guess that they all go to tell everybody else their adventure, and then everybody wants to come to what we call the to suffer Earth.
What does he show you? What does he tell you?
That we are too serious, that we should just not to be too tense. You can if you want to. It's all good. But just chillax and enjoy the ride while it lasts, because whenever you notice it's gonna be all done. Time goes fast when you're having fun. So whenever you are out of here, you're gonna be ready for another adventure.
And what kind
And
of
that
adventures come after the Earth School?
there is more everywhere because they're making new ones.
Do you get a sense of how is connected to all this?
She makes them. She's like you and like we all are part of your energy coming from source. And we all create whatever you want to create. And you create what is fun for you to create and what makes you happy, what it gives you joy to your being. Want to make new things.
See if you can make a connection between this cycle that is stuck in and the cyclical nature of the universe you're showing. Take a deep breath and just see if it comes into your focus.
Well, yeah, because all the beings having fun here in that archon that just come here and is there just being here. But then I can tell him the way I feel it to try to make him. If I help him to see what he doesn't see or give him what he don't know that he needs, he cannot do what he cannot see. But if he can see it, then he can do it. Like the archons, that they don't know they need help because they don't know that they need it. You don't know what you don't know, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when people make you aware of something, then you can see it from another way.
Why did you show this woman with the crystal and the universe being created?
Because she creates, because she's a creator. She can create her own reality.
Why was that so important for her to see today?
Because she don't believe it. She wants to, but she don't believe it, and that's why she's not doing it.
And what kind of shift can she make knowing that on a global level, she's also a creator? What has she learned through that experience?
Because when you start something and you have a plan that something is gonna end up one way, it's not a guarantee that everything is gonna be exactly the way you plan it. And when there is some things that have to be tweaked and they are out of your control, they're not out of your control, but for a moment they were out of your control because they jumped at you when you didn't expect it. And when they jump at you and sort of take you by surprise, and some things go the way that you didn't want them to go, then it kind of like dents your confidence. But instead of denting your confidence, instead of looking at it like you should have known better and you lost control, it will be to be more easy on yourself and say, that's what life is, an adventure. And whenever you put too much salt in the soup, you can always put a potato to change it or add more water.
Mhm.
You don't need to be too intense and say, that's it, I'm going to throw it in the trash. That's what God does. He just picks it. He don't throw us in the trash.
To help her understand, she wants to make that connection between love and freedom and having both. Can you help her see how?
I guess that she has taken the duty to an extreme. There can be balance. She just needs to balance the play with the duty so that she just needs to balance it out better. And part of that balancing is to say no to too much duty and more to fun.
So it's these little shifts that can make a big difference. Is she ready to do this now? Does she see this pattern more clearly?
Yes, because she's tired, sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Mm-hmm.
So she can just make a conscious intention to work at 8 to set a schedule and say that's work and that's my life.
And what will she see as she puts this boundary into place?
There will be more balance because she's the one that has been carrying through the years in this life and other lives the sense of duty that she cannot play until she's done with all the work.
Can you help her do that energetically now so the rest can manifest and come into her reality right after?
Yes, I've been wanting to do it
Thank you. How are you doing this?
by being stronger and focused, putting more focus on the intention to be more firm on the scheduling, to really
Good.
be more serious about how important it is for her to have her own time so that she feels happy, fulfilled, and not being taken advantage of. Because nobody's taking advantage of. It's
Mm-hmm.
her that the sense of beauty is being overrunning her.
Thank you. Energetically, is this now in place? Does she understand this?
Yes,
Thank you.
it's
Can I?
part of loving herself,
Mm.
loving others, and loving herself, and loving herself, giving herself to the opportunity to grow and learn the lesson of loving herself. To love herself doesn't mean not to take care of the others, but not to overstep the duty. What she's
Mhm.
trying to give to the others beyond what they need, she
Right.
needs to love herself more to be more fulfilled.
And what about that self-love? Talked a little bit today about a feeling of insecurity. What's at the root of that? For instance, when she wants to speak up, she does. She doesn't feel shy. But then as soon as the information is out, there's this doubtfulness. There's some kind of feeling of, oh, I shouldn't have said that, or was it the right thing? What's going on there?
That comes because when she went to school, there was a lot of girls, and there is a lot of normal bickering, and they were always the kids in the group, and the ones that are not in the group, and the ones that are not in the group are the ones that are not listened to. But she was never part of any either group because she was always the grown up girl that was away from them.
Mm-hmm.
But she wanted to be like a little kid part of the group, but she didn't fit because she couldn't fit because ugh,
Mm-hmm.
she
It's
don't want her
okay.
to say this, but but she's bigger than them.
Mhm.
Her energy is bigger than them. She couldn't be with them at the level that they were because she was higher than them in another level. They couldn't understand. It's like a professor talking to kindergartners.
There's too big of a gap.
She wanted to be part of the kindergartners because it's where she was physically, but mentally, energetically, she always been higher, way miles or centuries away from them.
So is that cycle still repeating in her adult life? Help her make the connection.
Yes, because she is way higher away from where they are around her, and they don't get her. That's why they don't get her, and that's why she needs freedom to be away.
So does she understand this now? That when she's speaking up, it's not necessarily that people disagree. It's maybe that's the first time they're hearing it. Can you help her bring that into focus?
Yes, that it is not that she says something dumb. Maybe she just says something that nobody thought about it before.
And why are they quiet when they receive it? What's happening within them?
Because it's breaking something.
Tell me more.
It's breaking preconceptions. It's breaking paradigms. Is that the word?
Yeah,
Like
paradigms. Yeah, she's shifting them.
Like when they thought that was it, and then they see that it was something else. And that quietness is not out of, I don't like it. It's just, whoa.
She made them think, huh? Is this enough to release this energy for her so she no longer feels this kind of bubbling in doubt after she speaks from the heart?
She can keep on talking if she understands that sureness comes from source. That
And
love comes from source.
What's the best way? How can she know in the moment?
To speak it out, and whoever is ready to receive it will take it, and whoever is not. But she cannot not throw the seeds in the ground because she thinks that the birds are going to eat them away or they're not going to be well received. The ground that is ready for it will sprout it, and the ground that is not ready for it, it will not. That's it. The source has something to say, and he wants to say it through her, but she thinks that they're gonna think bad about it. What happened is that this wonderful tree that can bring comfort from a seed that somebody will receive it and grow, she's punishing this person because she thinks that somebody else is not going to receive it. It's kind of like the sower. Throw the seeds. The seeds that fall in the good ground will grow. The ones that are not, that fall in the not good ground, they just will not grow, or the bird will eat them. But doesn't have anything to do with her. If it's gonna be good for somebody, don't allow the forces that don't want it to grow not to plant the seed.
But don't stop spreading the seed because some may not be able to receive or digest it.
Yes.
Does she
The
understand
doubt,
this now?
to some degree, yes. But what she gets is the part of the acceptance, because when she was little, she always felt not accepted by her group of kindergartners.
Was that the first time her soul did not feel accepted because it was bigger, or was there an original time?
Been many, many times.
Can you help her see the first time?
I have to think about it. The thing is that she is so ancient. And everywhere she goes, there is a newbies.
Right. Well, I'm hoping to get to the origin so she can see it and remove it from the root if it doesn't serve her anymore. Are you able to bubble that up for her today, or is it not important?
Let's try.
Thank you.
It is important that she cuts it off, nip it.
Just take a deep breath again in through the nose, out through the mouth, and just go deeper into yourself, and it'll come to you. What was that original time?
When she first came, like energy, and pure energy and purity, she didn't know it was going to hurt so bad. She didn't know what it was, to hurt or rejection. Because in purity, everything is love and acceptance. And when it came in contact with ego of others, it's like when innocence comes with meanness, and it hurts because you cannot understand how come you do things out of the goodness of your heart and you get a slap for it.
Was her soul trying to understand something by having that original experience? Was that by design or something else?
And now it just happened. Light comes, and then the more that it goes into the reaches of the when it starts dimming and it hits the darkness is where the battle starts between the light and the dark to see who's gonna recede, which it always recedes the darkness, but there is a tension in between.
What
And
purpose does that tension serve, if any?
like forging, I'm here the word forging, like a sword, make it sharper.
Oh, okay. Like a sword going into the fire, or?
Yes, like with resistance you get stronger, right?
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes the friction can hurt. There could be pain.
Mm-hmm.
Like no pain, no gain. I don't know why it's been funny. I'm not funny. She's been funny. No pain, no gain, meaning that to get you don't get strength just by being. You just need resistance to be stronger.
Mm-hmm.
The stronger, to get bigger, to get ascended, to go to the next step, you had to have resistance. But sometimes some resistance is stronger than others. And when you come from perfection and you want everything perfect, and something is not perfect, and you get the resistance, there's where the doubt came. The
Mm-hmm.
insecurity came when you have everything perfect and then it's not perfect no more.
Mm-hmm. So does that insecurity serve her in any way? Or was it just a byproduct of what happened as she built this tolerance, this resistance?
The pain is what she didn't expect, the pain.
Mm-hmm.
The pain of the resistance, the pain of the rejection. Imagine that the light shines and the
Mm-hmm.
darkness, the void is there, but the void is also matter or plasma, but it has body too. And then imagine that in an explosion of the light, both sides, when the first light hits the dark and the dark gets hit by the light, there is a
Mm-hmm.
pain, there is a friction, there is a resistance. And in that expansion, that rejection, it hurt, and there comes a pain
On both
that
sides, huh?
you, yes, that you didn't expect it to have that. And she needs to understand that that pain that she feels, at the same time that you feel the pain, you feel a resistance, and you automatically, the moment that you feel the pain, immediately comes the protection in both sides.
Mm-hmm.
And the same way that when the light comes and you shine, and she and her energy interacts with different level of energies, it's not that they're rejecting it just because they don't like her. It's just because they're lifting up the defenses, the same that you lifting the defenses of the pain of the interaction. Pain is the one that creates the defense, the rejection.
I see.
Not to feel the pain, you reject before feeling pain. The protection shield, the protection
The
callus, the
defense
protection.
mechanism.
Yes. So instead of seeing it that they were rejecting it, they were defending themselves too, the same way that she was defending herself from them.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were a different vibration, there had to be a buffer.
Does that make sense to her on an energetic level? Is that enough to clear this for good as she integrates this information and puts it into place?
Yes, to know that it was not them that didn't like it, is that her light was so strong that they needed to shield, like to put sunglasses. Wait a moment,
Mm-hmm.
I cannot handle you.
You're too bright for me. Yeah. How will her behavior change now that she understands this? What will shift?
Just to say, okay, just tone it down. Don't shine too hard.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I come when she speaks and she brings something new and it's too bright. Sometimes it's gonna wait a moment. What just happened to other people? And it's not that it's good or bad, or that they don't accept it or accept it. It's just that makes them wonder, oh, could it be? But that moment of silence, that immediately is she takes it the wrong way. Don't take it the wrong way. Just say, hey, just do it, take it or leave it. I don't care. And
Mm-hmm.
just be you, full of your own light without needing the light of others. That will make you to be more secure of yourself, to have the security in your own light rather
Mm-hmm.
on the reaction of the others to your light. I just need to regulate my light to what I need at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like when in the mornings I make it big against the attacks, or mellow. Just be happy and confident and secure and in myself, or be more assertive and more loving to myself,
Mm-hmm.
to give myself the time that I need for myself, and not to allow the distraction to overrun me.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
Taking more control of your time. It's not that they don't like you or that they reject you. It's just they're doing their own stuff. You just do your own stuff. And if they take it or don't take it, don't do it. Don't take it. You take care of yourself and they will take care of themselves.
Good. Is anything that we were talking about today, or is there anything you want to bring into the light that connects something happening on the subtle level with her gaining weight? She said, I've gained extra weight all over. I don't really get it.
She's using it like an pretext not to be attractive. So
How
she cannot,
come?
because of her beliefs when she was little,
Hmm.
sex was dirty,
What's the origin of that belief for her?
religious.
Does it serve her in any way as an adult woman?
No,
Can you go ahead and clear that out for her and just let me know how you're doing it if it's appropriate?
it's a hard one to clear because it does not come just from her, but from many generations, many incarnations before,
Hmm.
since Catholicism and Christianity, and that they have used it like a way to suck the life out of people
Hmm.
in addictions and traumas and perversity and
Is it possible to
control.
show her the origin of her soul's experience with that? That warped belief that sex or sexuality is something other than divine
I hear the word the womb,
in the womb.
creation.
Help her understand this, please, and put it into place.
Destroy the creativity, to destroy the belief in creation, that she can create, that she can,
But you said she is a
and
creator.
change.
Hmm.
Yes, but by attacking the womb is the nest of creation, where you
Hmm.
create. Is
So
like
that's
a
why it was
ball.
attacked.
Yes, so that so that so that things don't change. We don't change. We change things, creating new things, right?
Hmm.
We change by substituting. Change, exchange. You take away one thing and put a new thing, right? That's
Hmm.
change. So to change something, you have to create a new thing. So the one that creates is attacked, not to create a new thing.
Hmm. That's a good way to stop forward motion of a lot of beings.
And that way, yes, and that way you don't change things because you don't have the vision, the new thing to replace the old thing.
Hmm. She
Yeah,
said
go ahead.
today, I don't want to see imprints. I want the truth of my story to come out. When you showed her as that woman with the beautiful hair looking into that crystal, creating, was that metaphor or another lifetime?
Let me think. Seems like a vision, like something put on top of it.
Take a deep, deep breath in through the nose and exhale out through the mouth and just go deeper into what that answer is.
I feel like if she flying into the clouds and getting into the cave, if she is herself inside of a crystal, and that crystal is being watched by her. It's weird.
What should she know about it for her highest good?
That's a story that she created
How come?
for fun.
So she's a great creator.
She's just having a kick out of all everything.
Well, if she created that story, can't she create a story that would help her resolve this old, old issue, this lie about
Of course she
sexuality?
wants to.
Can you
Of
help her do
course.
that now, please?
Yes, it just takes to believe it and not to doubt it, because to know that she is this big energy that creates, she's part of this energy that creates galaxies, and she couldn't stand it to be out there creating and making beautiful stuff and not to be in there in different levels. as a creator of a creator, as not just as the avatar, but the creator of the avatar that created that avatar. That sounds goofy, but it is fun to create. That's what we need to remember. That's what we need to recall, that we can create. It just takes a pen and a pencil and draw or write your story and close your eyes and follow the script. And there you are, just like Never Ending Story movie. Because in that movie, and I'm getting it, they're telling me, in that movie, they're telling us what happens, that everything is true, that they want us not to believe, that they want us not to create. By not believing is when we stop creating. We all are the heroes. We all are here, superheroes that come to have fun, thinking that we're not superheroes. We're so powerful. We're so creators that we just come here to do and to be whatever we're not. Just to be, just to feel what it feels like. Not to have it, not to be it.
Does she understand this now? Her own power? Why people sometimes react the way they do? They just don't understand.
Yes, because it's been gradual, little by little. The peaking, the time capsule clock. Wake up, wake up. The game is waking her up, and the game is giving her the clues, and she's enjoying the game.
I see her
That's
smiling.
why she's here, because she wants to have more clues and more.
Well, can you help her out by clearing out those lies from her story, especially the ones that are leading to this, the story about sexuality and creation, and that's leading to weight gain? If it doesn't serve her, it doesn't belong in her story, right?
Yep.
How are you doing this clearing?
Just erasing them.
Thank you so much.
They go away. They see everything is easy. We are magic. We are interdimensional. The moment that you think about a star, you're there. The moment that you think about pencil, you have it in your hand. The moment that you think about flower, you're breathing it, the smell. You can smell it just by the thought. Your mind, your being, your spirit is powerful. You just don't believe it because you wanted to forget. And you did forget indeed. But right now that you want to come back, it's just the adventure of coming back. It's kind of like coming this avatar in this earth, and you leave the crumbles, you leave the little clues to come back, and that game, scavenger hunt. Oh, I found the next. What's the next one? What's the next one? We all are doing that. The ones that we came for that. It all is good, and the ones that are not awake, they can be awakened if you want to awaken them. It just takes to tell with your mind and they will wake up. It just don't happen that fast because in this 3D it takes time thing. Because until we remember that we really can create, then you can control that creation. Because you have heard many times, I'm sure, that if you think spider and you're not ready for the spider, it's gonna scare you. If you think that if you could create everything that you think right now, and a spider comes by your feet and you think, good thing it's not a big spider, and then it grows big, you could be scared. You cannot control your powers. So here everything is so slow so that we can remember how to create at a degree of a time that will happen and we believe it. The things that you want, wherever you focus your attention, you will create. The more you think about it. That's why the more you think that you don't have money, the more you won't have it because you're putting your attention on that. And the more you think about your house in the prairie, and you live it and you think and you spend your time fantasizing and living in it on your mind, the sooner is you're making it, you're creating it. But it takes time here. And it's just to prevent catastrophes. Because if everybody would create fast what they think without controlling what they think, it would be mayhem.
All the fears would manifest at once, right? Yeah.
Like in the movie Ghost, Ghostbuster,
Uh,
the movie Ghostbuster. Don't think about the big guy and he comes in the city. The big guy.
yeah.
Exactly. All these movies are telling you these clues that we have put in our games
Mm-hmm.
to remind us. Remember this. Oh no, but it's a movie. I'm not gonna make it too easy on you, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is so cool.
Well, did you get everything that she came here for today? Or is there anything else you want to show her, tell her, help her understand or clear?
Yes, just enjoy the ride. That's what she came here. Enjoy cada second, every minute, because the ticket. She went another adventure, but this adventure is only this one. So even though just remember to be more conscious every moment of every moment. In heaven, up there, there is no mad, there is no fits, there is no tantrums,
Mm-hmm.
there is no insecurities, there is no I feel bad, I feel good, I'm this and that, you know. It is This is just an adventure, an illusion, an adventure. Have fun.
That's beautiful. Thank you. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Thank you for helping us.
Yeah, she's amazing. Thank you for this amazing information.
Just have fun. Enjoy every single moment.
It's a game.
It is true. Very, 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 very true that beings are waiting lines and lines and lines to come to have fun here. Can't wait to be here. Can't wait to be here. And while you're here, enjoy it, even if it's not fun, because that's the fun part of the fun, not to have no fun.
It's beautiful. So we're here to create and to have fun, enjoy it.
And to not to judge, because we don't have fun because we judge it the wrong way instead of just letting it be.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you don't like, you don't put your attention on it, and it will go away.
Thank you.